Here's a mind-blowing factoid. The typical full-time salary in America would be $102,000 a year if wages had kept up with growth, but the economy has failed 90% of workers. So basically, I'm sure. I wonder if they have it here. Yeah. Wait, no, nope, nope, nope. Where is it? Okay. So it's not included in this article. Um, US productivity versus wages. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at this. The disconnect between productivity and a typical worker's compensation from 1948 to 1914. So, as you can see, from 1948, productivity and wages mostly were aligned. Right up until it appears to be somewhere in the mid 70s, seemingly coinciding with Reagan, they started to decouple and getting wider and wider and wider. Look at this productivity line going all the way up. Now, here's the thing. If hourly compensation starts to flatten out for the most part, but we're producing more and more and more. In fact, we're producing around 238%, 200 almost 240% more than we had in 1948. What happened to all this productivity? Where did that go? I think it's worth asking. Like, where do you think it went? Because I have an idea of where it might have gone. Um, it went to the richest people in the country. Because basically, around 1970, this is around when the whole privatization push happened. So this is right around when Reagan was like, "Hey, we don't need we don't need these government programs. People are just taking advantage of them." And like dog whistling about how basically implying that black people were taking advantage of them. And because everyone was still pretty racist in the 70s, people kind of went with that. Um, but doesn't seem like he was right. Doesn't seem like Reaganomics helped at all. And it doesn't seem like even Democratic administrations have really fixed this. Fast pants hype. Donald Trump's amazing body will destroy. Oh, fast pants hype. Somebody already came in here and said that. I mean, I I think it's a great plan, but I wish your post was more original. Um, so the productivity has been going up, compensation has not, and it seems like all of that additional productivity, which is translated into profit for these companies, um, translated into profit for these companies, and all of that goes somewhere, and it's going to the richest people in the country. It's not going to our working class, which means that the working class has essentially been robbed of. Let's just take a look. Average worker income in the U.S. The average worker income in the United States for a full-time employee is $33,706. This means that every year, well, I'm bad at math, so let's do the math. Minus, what was it? There, 33,706. That means the average worker in the United States, the average working class American, uh, is being robbed of almost $70,000 every year. $70,000. Think about that. Think about what you could do with that money. Think about what, your family, how your lives would change if you had that kind of wealth coming into your family every year. I know it would change my life. I know it would change a whole lot of people's lives. Um, it's uh, it's pretty incredible how people have just come to accept that the compensation that they quote unquote deserve is $33,706, and while they are simultaneously being robbed of $68,294 a year. Now, mind you, even if the average working class worker was making $102,000 a year, it would still be exploitative because there would still be capitalists who owned capital and used their labor to produce things. However, it would be a much fairer and more um, comfortable system that maximized freedom. And I mean, I don't think capitalism is good, but there are degrees of how capitalism is good or bad. And if wages had kept up with productivity, that would have been a better form of capitalism. The one we live in right now, is shit. It's bad. And I feel like I really need to hammer home that the wealthy and the rich are effectively stealing tens of thousands of dollars from you every year. So so yeah, it's not going great. Oh, fast pants hype. I'm here talking about how wages have decoupled from productivity. We're lefties over here. We're on whoa. We're not libtards. We're farther left than libtards, okay? Don't insult us by calling us liberals, okay? Um no, we believe in freedom, and we believe in that people who work are entitled to the fruits of their labor. I mean, I think we're in the Trump dynasty, right? Like Trump's president right now. Um, I mean, I certainly hope his blood turns into a vaccine that saves the world. That'd be great. It would do some work towards alleviating the harm he's done. 4 more terms for him. Wait, why only 4 more terms? Why not like 10? Why? Wait, why don't you love the dear leader? Fast pants hype. Why don't you love the dear leader? Why aren't you giving him 10 more terms? I feel like that's a sign of your disloyalty. Are you? Do we need to line you up against the wall? Do you wait? Do we need to line you up against the wall for saying our great leader is going to die? Fast pants hype. Why are you an unpatriotic piece of shit who wants the president to die? I, Fast pants hype. Why? Why? Fast pants hype. He doesn't poop. Okay? He doesn't poop. That means he's conserving his bodily battery. Okay? The less he moves, the less he poops. The more energy he has. So as long as he doesn't poop, he's gonna live forever, okay? How much are the Clintons paying me? Not enough. Do you want to give me some money? Because frankly, I wish the Clintons were paying me. That'd be great. I would probably like, I don't know, maybe like buy better health care, maybe maybe some new shoes or something. I don't know. Probably move out. Yeah, I think I would move first. That'd be nice. Man, gosh, guys. Wait, wait, fast pants hype before you go. I really need to know, did the first person who came in here honestly think from our answers that we were Republicans? Because that was really funny. It was really, really funny because we were totally just like messing with this person. Uh, okay, like I can somebody like scroll up and like see what we were saying, because I'm pretty sure I was saying things like, his magic blood will like make us superheroes and things like that. Like if that's the kind of stuff that you're ingesting, fast pants hype, I would just encourage you maybe to find some better sources of information, okay? I love you, buddy, and like I'm here to fight for your freedom as well as mine. So, um, best of luck, okay? Out of curiosity, why does he have the best blood? That's what I want to know. Like, why are you guys fixated on his blood? It seems like a weird thing to fixate on. Well, right, but like, what's special about his blood? Like, I want to understand your viewpoint. Well, yeah, I mean, there is only one Donald Trump, but there's also only one you. So, like, what is special about it compared to like anybody else? But I mean, like, don't you want to like convince people that? Well, yeah, exactly. I don't want it to be too late. I just want to understand. I want to understand where you're coming from. Like, why do you think? No, no, but why do you think he has magic blood? That's what I don't understand. Like, he's certainly not magic. He's a human being. Unless you're postulating that like he's not human and like he's something else. It's just a known fact. But it's not, because I don't know it. And I've never heard anything about it, and he's been president for years. So, like, what's special about his blood? Well, I mean, but asking why is the sky blue, a scientist could like tell you why. Is because like the color that refracts through the atmosphere is blue. Like that's the spectrum of light that we see. Oh, okay, you're pulling her leg. I gotcha. I gotcha. But you know what? That's fine. I love you anyway, buddy. Yeah, I mean metaphorically. I mean light refraction. That's why the sky's blue. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, but like cell refraction isn't a thing. So like You're just saying a word. Oh, actually, I take it back. Cell refraction is a thing, but it specific. But anyway, um, I don't think it applies to your blood. Your blood. I'll be back when Donald Trump saves the world. Okay, if he saves the world, I'm willing to give you like, I'll tell you good job. You done good having faith in Donald Trump. Okay. Wait, I do have to know. Are you like a QAnoner? Like, is this part of QAnon? Is this like what they're saying about Donald Trump now? Like, I just want to know. Oh, did they leave already? Dang. Yes, you. Oh, okay. So, oh, okay. You're part of. You're a Q. One of the where we go one, where we go all. People. Gotcha. Interesting. I would be interested to hear more about this this change in your rhetoric. It didn't. I thought he was supposed to save the world like a while ago, like from like pedophiles and stuff. Is he has he shifted the goal here? Um, you don't ingest the mainstream media. Yeah, but like how? Wait, how are you getting your information? True. We don't know everything he's done. That's very true. Yeah, but I mean, like you can get like mainstream media on the internet. That's a very wide net to cast their fast pants hype. Like, I mean, like you can get anything on the internet, like anything. So like saying that it's valid information is not like what sources. Like, are you talking about like 4chan? Do you go on 4chan? Are you also a channer? Oh, okay. Uh, But you said you have specific sources, so like what other sources and like what makes you sure that like what you see on 4chan isn't just like total gibberish? Like someone like me isn't going on there and being like uh Trump shit himself and it's gonna turn to gold and save the US economy. Like what like how do you know that's not the case? Right, but like I could write anything and sign it Q. How do you know when it's Q? Because 4chan is anonymous. Like that's the reason people go there. No, I've just always wondered why people believe what you read on Reddit. Not Reddit, on 4chan. Like I don't understand why you think it's a good source when literally anyone could be writing anything on there. What do I identify as? I'm a woman in my biological sex. I feel like asking what someone's genitals are is like a weird question, so I'm not going to answer that. There are people with proven track record. Yeah, but like on 4chan, you can't see who different users are. Like they can sign their posts, but anyone can sign a post anything, and they don't have to they don't have corporate overlords. That's true. Um, I mean, I am also opposed to corporate overlords. So there we have a common foe, friend. I want to know if I should fap to a guy or a girl. I mean, I feel like that's a question you can answer on your own time, friend. Exactly. Some people just aren't ready for the truth. Well, I mean, like capitalism is just exploitative. I feel like that's where a lot of your problems stem from. Um, and like your real rage and your frustration should be directed towards people who own capital and aren't actually working for their money. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, some people just aren't ready for the real truth. Um, I mean, like, I don't think inherently working for a business means that you're a bad person or like you're prone to lying. But I do think that like a lot of mainstream media is prone towards bending the truth in favor of corporations. Um, so I agree with you there. I think that there are a lot of underlying reasons why you believe the things that you believe that are valid. I just think that the conclusion that you come to is kind of off base because it's easier to swallow that there's a vast conspiracy rather than you're the victim of a large and extraordinarily complex system that is fueled by like 1,000 people who siphon wealth from all over the world so that they can live on flying palaces, the likes of which we could never dream of, you know? Also, Archangel Decab, we don't need to engage with weird masturbatory men who come in here. Okay, we can just leave them alone, right? Or I mean, leave them alone as in like when if they start misgendering or being purposely disrespectful in like a and I haven't like been antagonizing them. Um, you know, I can just ban them. It's okay. I feel like I didn't really fully do justice to this 1,200 or $102,000 average worker salary is what it would be if uh, the wealthy hadn't just robbed $68,000 a year out of Americans' productivity, out of their work. But oh well, I talked about it. I did the best I could. I'm still getting better at this thing. Ooh, and we lost a lot of viewers. Oh no, no, that's okay. I'm tired. I'm low energy. I need some of that magic blood. I mean I feel a kinship with them. No, I'm not part of QAnon. But I think a lot of people are drawn to QAnon because it's easier to believe in a conspiracy uh, that it has made your life bad than it is to believe that your life is at the whims of a vast and unknowable system that is fueled by uh, the whims of a few, and that you are fundamentally powerless in the face of that system. I think that that initial realization, especially the idea that no matter what you do, you can't escape it, like you have no choice in the matter. I think that is something that a lot of people don't want to like realize, and they also don't want to like recognize that they have a lot of internalized biases against minority groups. So they instead they latch onto a conspiracy that validates their concerns about minorities, and instead they decide that there is a conspiracy of them, um, aka underlying that them is the Jews, which is absolutely ridiculous. Just want to be clear about that. um, who are running the world and like making their lives worse for strange and unknowable reasons, because they're just evil, right? So there's like a whole lot of things roped into this that kind of go together, and at the end of the day, they just kind of don't really know how to deal with that. Um, so I don't know. They'd prefer to live in a fantasy where the answers are simple rather than the reality where the answers are difficult. Especially because we have for so long in the United States harped on individualism and the idea that the individual can solve all of their problems and needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, etc., 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 etc. However, part of the difficulty in getting people to come to the left and embrace like leftism is the idea that individualism isn't right. Like the human race didn't rise to where it is today because of individuals, because of this heavy emphasis on single lone wolves who have pulled humanity forward. You know, the great man theory of history. Instead, it is the collective action of the entire human community that has pulled us all forward. And everything great has been made possible by the cooperation of human beings. Um, so having to both reject their agency, but both having to accept that their agency in the world is limited, and also accept that their ability to change the world as an individual is extremely limited. Like you can even see this, like how people in the gaming community like kind of pathetically spout like, oh, vote with your wallet. Don't buy something if you don't want to support it. Except that that's not that. Like boycotts can work, or they could work in the past. Nowadays, everything's so globalized that it really almost doesn't matter. Um, in fact, boycotts can sometimes just create more press for products that actually increases their sales. Um, so it's like your individual action is negligible. Um, and the only way to change the world is to embrace the community and embrace working together, and together try and change the world and build something better, right? And that kind of flies in the face of everything that they have ever believed about how the world works. And it's really, really hard to get them to believe that, especially when, like, at these QAnon meetings, they're like all believing they're lone wolves, and they're all like gathering together to pay homage to their uh, great leader who will single-handedly save them with his incredible blood and agency and big-brained plan. Um, so it's pretty nutso, right? But yeah, we need to do a little bit better, I think, at reaching out and trying to both say, like, show that we understand the underlying problems, but maybe, you know, kindly indicate that their assessment of those problems uh, is off. You know, there are more reasonable and you know, more fulfilling ways to go about trying to change the world rather than placing all of your faith in a lone 74-year-old man who is currently sick with a disease that has a 5 to 10% chance of killing him, maybe. So we'll see.